Part 3 of understanding dynamic programming. So I recorded 2 videos. If you haven't seen them, go and see them because it's a continuation of it. So in the first video, we give a bit of an introduction about the problem we are resolving here and how do we think of it like manually without any coding, and how to like find the combinations of all the solutions, and then we choose the solution for our problem. This is how we think of it without any programming. The second video, we did the setup for the project which we are going to use to solve the problem. This is the this is the third video. So just to follow up, please go back. Also, we have used ChatGPT, show how we usually use it, solve such problems. So let's get started and continue here. So after setting up the project, setting up the testing, and then understand, okay, those are the combinations for the problem we are trying to resolve. This is a solution. How we do that using coding. Okay, so I will write the code for how to give all the combinations for the problem, and that is how I do it. So if we ask ChatGPT, can you write for us algorithm using TypeScript to solve above algorithms to get all possible solutions using. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT on that section to use recursion. Why I'm doing that? So recursion will give us all the combination for the problem. So if we can use 4x4, like 4 outer loop and inner loop, but that is too basic, like very basic. So I will not use, or we can use it, like we are learning after all, and this session is just an open session. So this is the problem we give him. Then we want to ask him that, okay, using 4 loops only, okay, let's use 4 loops. We'll not use recursion yet. So you can definitely solve dynamic programming problem using a 4 loop. So he will use 4 loops to solve the problem with using TypeScript. So we have here, okay, I haven't given him enough information, honestly. So I'll feed him with enough information, give us the solution, but I'm trying to make him give us an initial solution. ChatGPT give us initial solution for the problem using 4 loop only alone. And by the way, I think he can, like from what I see, is generating good output. Okay, we are going to walk through that algorithm, but I mean, why not using ChatGPT if we have ChatGPT? I am using it to learn, and I'm showing you how I use it to learn. Okay, so ChatGPT, let's go through it until he finish. He created for us some functions here and types. So he said that, okay, this is the type, this should be the input, the time interval, start and end point and profit. Then he created a function to check if 2 times are overlapped. And then he say that we get all this function will get all the non-overlapped combination and their profits. Okay, all non-overlapped and their profits. And then he give us this input. This is the input we feed him, this example of using it, and then give us the output. So let's just go through that one. Okay, let's copy that code, and then we come here. If you are or let's not copy it. We are in a learning mode. So what I usually do to learn. So I come here, I do like that, then I get ChatGPT, and you write the code with your hands. Write code. The more you write code, the more you learn. Okay. Let me, my image have gone, which I don't like. Okay, so let me just close this one. Let me just show this one here. Okay, just have to sorry about that. It's flat on the top. I think that because it's a full screen, but it's fine. Let's not bother about this. I'm sure you guys know how I look like. Okay, so or we can just, I just want to show ChatGPT. Close that slide, and we write some code. So first we have to create a type. The type is time interval equal, and then we have start, and this will be a number. Then we have end, and this will be a number. And then we have profit, and this is going to be a number. Cool, okay. Then we have function is overlap. By the way, I usually write a function for every condition if I'm solving such problems. Yeah, so you have here, if you check the original problem, you'll find that there is a lot of constraints here, like the constraint, this numbers is not above, is less than 100, its start time. So I usually write, okay, the constraints is not important, but the conditions here, like John can perform only one job. This is a condition. I write a function for it. And when I'm going, if I found any condition, I write a function for it. But this doesn't usually work. Like you, okay, it's better you write the whole code as one and then you extract the functions. This is a better approach. But sometimes I can, like you have both and use it as needed. So this one can work, this one can work, depend on your problem here. So I'll just write here a function and then let's get this one up. That is how I learn. I write code, a lot of it. Then we have a boolean. This is the return. Boolean is just like true or false in JavaScript. And then we have to return. Then this condition here is not interval, one.end, and is less than or equal interval two.start, or or interval two.end less or equal, and then we have here interval two.start, interval one.start. Well, this is how we can see if there is an overlap or not. And then we have here get all combinations. Okay, so I'll come back to that later. Just have to understand that we are using for loop and it is two for loops. I want to add here this one first. I have here constant, then time intervals, then we have time interval, and then we have equal, start is 900. I usually start using like the input just to test my code. Like the first thing I write in any algorithms problem, I just write the first thing is the input usually, so that I can test. We will change that to be unit testing, but for now I'm just trying to wrap up like the first basic solution for this problem using programming. So bear with me. We are going to come to a point where we are writing dynamic programming code to solve this problem, which will be the optimum best solution, sorry. But for now, let's follow the steps and build up upon our understanding. So we have here the input. I like to write the input first. I will write here the function get all combinations, and then we go up here, and we can see that okay, we have a time intervals, and then time interval, and then we have output of array. I don't know why he used array type, but okay, fine. We can actually use different way to define an array, but it's good that we use it. So if you are not familiar with JavaScript, you know that this is an array. Combinations, then time interval, and then we have total profit, and we have number. So this is an output of the function. Then we have here, I'm just going to relate, okay, let's combinations of array, combination time interval. Then we have here total profit, and we go like that. Then we say, okay, it has a number, and that's all is equal to empty array. Okay, fine. Then we just return combinations. Cool. Okay, so he's complaining, like the compiler, the ID is complaining, returning combinations. Why is complaining, bro? Before being assigned. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's the name of that. Sorry. I'm not sure why he's complaining. Before being assigned, I said, oh, sorry, there is a missing equal here. Okay, so we will use get combination here. Then we use get combination, and then we use the time intervals as an input, and then constant. I'll just call it results equal, and then console.log will console.log results, and we are fine. Okay, this is a schema for the code we are going to write. We are going to work on more. Let me put myself here. This is just the schema. Now we have tried get all combinations after building this whole schema and this whole setup. And I learn coding by writing. You tell me, Mohammed, but you don't understand anything. See. To learn a scale, okay, there is a process, and everyone have his own process to learn. Maybe your own learning mode is different, okay? But from my experience, the best way to learn how to write code is writing code. And even if you don't understand exactly what's going on, it will be in your unconscious, okay? So the more you put your hand and just typing on the keyboard, the more you by time you understand. So if you want to learn new programming language, if you want to learn new library, if you want to do like a research about something, write code. Don't look at the code and see it by your eyes only. Write the code by yourself to understand it. And it will be great if you share it with somebody, like what I'm doing now. Okay, share it. Record a video. Don't publish online, or you like to publish it. If you don't like, just record a video. So this is the best mode to learn, and then you apply it on work. Okay, just one note. There are some things you want to just know about it. So it's fine to read. There are some things which you want to be professional on it, or you want to, like, to be really expert or so ever. Then you have to follow the steps. So depend on your level, like what level of understanding you want, you start to add more effort. Okay, so not everything you have to write code and go and then experiment and so on. Not a must, but if you need. Okay, so it depends on your need. There is a scale of from 1 to 10. Then you choose, okay, I will only write code, I will only experiment, I will only read, I will only do this, I will only do that. It's not my field or area experience. I just want to gain knowledge, so it depends on you. I hope it's clear, okay? So for now, let's try this simple solution at the beginning. I'm just making you understand the sense of writing the code for the thing which we have done kind of manually. Yeah, we use ChatGPT, but again, if we use ChatGPT, it doesn't mean that we're writing the best solution. Okay, so what did I said? Okay, just skip this part. So we will do for loop. So we have here a for loop of let I equal 0, and then I less than time intervals dot length and then we use I plus plus, very regular for loop, okay, nothing serious, nothing fancy, very regular for loop. And then we have another for loop inside, okay. So you can see here we have another, sorry if that screen is very small, I'm not sure how to make it bigger, but yeah, no, okay. So we have here another for loop inside, which is for loop, and then we use I not equal j, and then and is okay. I want to skip this part. I just want to show you something that, oh sorry, it is this one. Oh, it's my fault. Then we have to use let j equal 0, then j is less than time intervals dot length, and then j plus plus. Okay, cool. So we have I, we have j, and then what am I doing? Sometimes you write typos. Okay, cool. We are good. I and j. What exactly is this code doing? It is going through I and j. If we make a combination of, let me say that time intervals I and time interval j, this will give us, okay, it will give us all the combination, okay, all possible combinations between any two inputs, okay. I will do the following to make us have the same understanding. So can you please list time intervals of I and time intervals of j for each loop, okay. So we have for each for each loop, what am I saying? So we have here I, j, and then we want to list all the combination, like the value for time interval I and j, because this is what changes in every loop. If we have other variables here, no, you don't have. This is the value which changes every loop. And we click enter. So ChatGPT should give us each combination, the combination for each I and j for each loop, okay. Oh, for each iteration, sorry. It's one loop iterations for each iteration. I'm sorry about that. Okay, he's giving us the console.log for that. We can just, okay, you can use it by ourselves to run that program, and then we can show it. He's giving us, he wants us to do it by ourselves, but okay, fine, ChatGPT, you don't like to help us. Okay, let me do it by ourselves. Then we have I, and we have j. This is important to understand dynamic programming. That's how it works. But we will advance that algorithm. But just to understand the basics, we want all the combinations. So if we run here, okay, what test? We want start. So it will show us this is testing, and then, oh, I'm thinking that, okay, this is, this because Java, we need to compile BNBM build, and then we need BNBM start. Okay, a lot of data here. Okay, so it's giving us that 0, index 0, and then compare with this interval, index 1, compare with this interval. So every time he's comparing two intervals together, every time. And then you will find that we are checking all the possible combinations, okay, if we join two intervals together. This is going to be the output. Can you please print the values in a table? Okay, I use that a lot also. You can tell ChatGPT to print the values in a table. It will do a good job. Let's see what the output. Okay. However, console. Okay. It's going to be better when you look at the table. Too slow, ChatGPT, too slow. Okay, I'll just console.log this, then console.log this one, and then I'll console.log inside here. Okay, we are almost copying paste the code, but fine. Okay, let's just build this one. Okay, we have is overlapped. What is going on exactly? You just have to do like that. Oh, I think he added another function here. Oh, he's calculating the overlap. ChatGPT is calculating the overlap. So we had to calculate the overlap. Okay, fine. Just have to calculate the overlap. And then we build, we start. That's how it looked like. So it's building for everyone. And we can see here the combination, like is it overlap, is it not overlap, is it overlap, no, yes, false, true. And then we have here the intervals. Yeah, and then these are all the possible combinations between any two intervals. I'm going to stop here, okay, but I hope that it's clear what is 2-4 doing, because we'll advance this algorithm. We'll use next time we'll use recursion. I'm not going to build the whole solution using the for loop. This is not our topic here, but that is the first basic solution for a dynamic programming problems. Okay, I hope this is useful. We'll see you next time.